Hello, bourbon fans. I'm Tim, the Suburban Dad. Today, I've got another exciting Booker's bottle review for you. This is batch 2024-02, the Beam House batch. This one comes in at 124.6 proof, 7 years, 2 months, and 22 days old. This batch celebrates the Beam family home, where not only did Jim Beam live, but Booker Noe lived, and eventually Fred Noe lived. It apparently was a big gathering place for friends, neighbors, business folks, employees, whoever cared to stop by and share a drink, they were more than welcome. And having visited Jim Beam a couple times, that is definitely the vibe that they give off at the distillery. Is just everybody's super welcome. It's casual. Fred and Freddie are more than happy to chat with you and visit. They're just very down to earth. It's very cool. Especially for such a big company, they still are very personable. The first batch of Bookers from this year, Springfield batch, was heavy on the oak to me. I'm curious to see how this one's going to shake out. I have not looked at any reviews for this puppy so far. It just dropped in Missouri this week. Got this one for the lowest price I've seen, and yet it's still gone up. At Costco, $86.99. I've seen it several other places since for $99.99, which is the typical going rate right now. Now, a comment on these wax seals. If you've noticed, the brand new bottles, they open nice and smooth. There's no mess. If you get an older batch and you go to undo the seal on that one, oftentimes the wax is dry and brittle and it starts cracking, crumbling, flying everywhere like shrapnel. I do enjoy the wax seal on these. I think it makes it look sleek and elegant. And as long as it's new and fresh, no mess. Right away on the nose, it's very warm and inviting. Not ethanol-y, no bite on the nose, but warm, like warm sweet oak, caramel. Those are the main things coming through right now. Not fruity, not super sweet. Caramel and oak. Let's have a taste. Tastes about exactly like it smells. Oaky, but not overly bitter. More sweet oak. Some caramel, little vanilla hiding in there. A little bit of baking spices in the middle. Decent finish. Let's have another taste. I'd say, what do I think about this batch? It's not super oily and coating, I'll say that. The flavor profile is right on point. Oaky, caramel, a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of baking spice. Not fruity. Honestly, this would be a better fall wintertime bourbon. I enjoy it now. I mean, it's really actually pretty tasty. It reminds me more of a winter cold weather type bourbon. It's a very traditional bourbon profile. I don't get a ton of the Beam nuttiness in there that everybody talks about. As I say that sip, I got a little bit more of the nuttiness, a little bit more peanut butter on that one. I think this is a good batch, guys. It's not anything exotic or fancy, but that's fine for me for Booker's. I'd say this is a very good Booker's. I guess it doesn't really have a wow factor. Like, I don't drink it and be like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. It's along the lines of a rare breed where it's just got those very traditional bourbon notes. And it's something that you could come back to and depend on and know what you're getting yourself into. It's not far off the beaten path. So what? That's okay. I like it. I like it, guys. I don't even think it needs water. I'm not even going to add water because it's fine as is for 124.6 proof. I'm able to drink it easily. Gives me a little bit of a Kentucky hug, but it's not ethanol-y. It's not unpleasant. Tell you what, I'm going to add water just for you guys to be able to know exactly what kind of effect water has. Does it make it better? Does it make it worse? Or is there really no difference? Just going to add one drop. That's it. Yeah, I'll tell you what, that was a tiny drop. Let's do one more tiny drop. Okay, that's it. That's it. All right. Let's open it up a little bit. Mix it up. Okay, the nose lightens up a little bit. Butterscotch, very, very butterscotchy is what comes to mind. Maybe a little bit of peanut brittle. Honey, like honeycomb. Oh, it's very pleasant on the nose with that. Palate, It mellows it out. If you're one of those guys who describes bourbon as smooth, you know who you are. Go ahead and add a couple drops of water because it will make it nice and smooth for you. Still the same flavor profile, caramel, sweet oak, little bit of baking spice, maybe a little bit more honey brown sugar notes with water. I could absolutely do without the water, but it's still pretty similar. This is a solid batch, you guys. I don't know exactly what other people have been saying about it, but it's just a nice classic bourbon. It's good. Good. I'd recommend it. Get it. Grab it. Now, as I drink this more with the water in it, there are some fruit notes trying to poke through. Strawberry, maybe a little apple-ish. I would still drink it without water in it. It's totally fine that way. So, have you gotten Booker's 2024-02 Beamhouse batch? What do you think about the flavors? Are you a Booker's fan at all, or you think it's overpriced? Unfortunately, the price continues to climb. Just last year, Costco had it for $82.99, not $86. But Booker's is still a great bourbon, absolutely worth the hunt. This batch is a good one. You should get it. I recommend it. Till next time, cheers. Butterscotch and like honeycomb. No,